Oh, I didn't. I'm not ready. I didn't open up Reaper, but that's okay. People like it when I screw up. Me guessing
True.
samples. There we go. And yesterday, or excuse me, last week, I started it, and I started recording, and I missed the very beginning, and I've got a red thing
Oh,
on OBS. I am dropping so many frames. 50% of frames. Um,
weird.
Very
The
weird.
video,
Hey guys, stick around. I'm gonna stop the stream and run a speed test real quick.
the video on YouTube looks fine, by the way.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
It's not stuttery at all? I'm watching.
Oh, wait. I just talked, and now you're gonna start waving. Yeah, it seems fine.
Okay, well, oh, and now it's green. I don't know. Maybe it was just being weird. I look okay
Maybe.
here. Victor, you're gonna need some glasses, my friend. All right.
That is a thing that is never true.
That's right.
We know you are lying at all times now.
Somebody's been playing Dragon Ball.
I gotta do my over enthusiastic anime voice.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Are you ready, sir?
I am. I accidentally started Hot Wheels Unleashed, so I gotta wait for that game to stop so that I can close it. There we go. Because it makes big engine revving noises. I don't know if you heard that. I don't think I'm sending my game audio to you, so you probably didn't hear it. But that was really loud.
I did not hear it. All right, I'm gonna hit record.
All right.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Stadiacast. I'm Bill. That guy right there is Lloyd. How is it going, Lloyd?
It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas in here because it's after American Thanksgiving, so I felt okay putting my lights up, and I wouldn't have Bill saying, "What do you have lights up for? It's not even Thanksgiving yet," because I expected that.
So right before the show, I sent Lloyd a video of a YouTuber that I like, Tom Cardy, and he also has a song that he just put out last week, I think, and it's called "Not Quite Almost Christmas Time," and it's about that particular thing. So make sure that you check that out, Lloyd, because it's really good.
I will have to check that out.
All right, before we get started, everybody, this is Stadiacast. This is the place where you come for all of your Stadia news. This week is a little light on the news because, like Lloyd was saying, this is American Thanksgiving this week, so I think that there wasn't a lot of announcements and stuff other than the This Week in Stadia, which we'll absolutely talk about. But before we get there, I just want to let everybody know, if you're listening to this in your favorite podcasting app, you can head on over to nerdnest.tv, hit subscribe, and then make sure you turn on the notifications so that each and every time that we post something new, you get to see it. We really appreciate everybody that does that. And if you are here with us live, then don't forget that we do have that super chat feature so that we absolutely 100% will see your message, and we will respond to all of them at the end of the show. Anything else that I start? No, I don't think I say anything else. Lloyd, what have you been playing this week?
I've actually been playing a fair bit. I've been dealing with an issue here for I want to say the last month or two, where I would grab my phone, which is being charged right now. So I'd take out my phone, I'd put it in my backbone, and then I'd start trying to play Stadia or GeForce Now or Xbox game streaming or you name it. And I would get about 4 seconds into the game, and then it would say, we cannot continue streaming. There's issues with your network. Every device has different messages. That's why I said it that way. And I was like, what the hell? I ripped apart my Wi-Fi. I moved all my access points. I took my upstairs access point, because I have a mesh network, moved it to a whole different room, and it was still happening. And I'm like, I don't understand why I'm getting amazing speed tests. This makes no sense. So then I decided to play Stadia on my iPad yesterday, and it's 100% perfect. So I guess my phone is the issue. It's been dropped one too many times, and there must be something to do with the antenna. But this just shows how difficult cloud gaming is to diagnose, because if you're having problems with your console, well, it's your console. Like it's not your network, it's your console. if error comes up saying cannot start game, it's because of that. But since cloud gaming has become a thing, I've replaced my Wi-Fi because my original router was terrible, and then everything started working, and then I ran into more issues, and it turns out it's my phone. So, man, there's I don't how do I put this? I feel bad for all the people that are manning the call centers, answering
Oh yeah.
all these phone calls from people, because it can really be anything. And if you try to tell someone it could be your phone, they're going to say, no, you're lying to me, it's your service, your service is crap. Oh man, I feel bad for all the customer service reps, because man, that's got to be tough.
You know, I've it's funny. I was playing some Halo uh yesterday with Burger Bear, who's a community member. Join our Discord if you haven't already, by the way. Link in the description down below. But we were playing in, and we were talking about, because he is mostly Stadia. And I asked him, like, we were talking about xCloud, and we were kind of going back and forth about how we've both had a really poor experience using Xbox cloud gaming,
Mhm.
and how we've both had really, really good experiences with Stadia. And then I was mentioning that I've had a lot of people that I've talked to who've said, well, not a lot, but some people who have said that their Stadia experience is not all that great, and their Xbox cloud gaming experience has been pretty good. And
Right.
like, I've said this on the show before, and I feel like I need to make a specific video about this, and I'm probably going to do that maybe sometime this week, where when you buy an Xbox, if I buy an Xbox and Lloyd buys an Xbox and we plug them in, we will both have the same experience. But if Lloyd uses Stadia and I use Stadia, we may not have the same experience, and there's no way for you to really figure out what the problem is. And that is a problem that's not a Stadia problem. It's a cloud gaming problem. And I don't know if there is a way, I don't know if there's a solution for that, something that can
Right.
fix that, but it's a tough problem to fix.
It is. Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. And I do IT, and part of my job is networking and stuff like that. So it's not like I don't know what could possibly go wrong, but it took months for me to figure out, hey, my phone is the weak link here. It's not my Wi-Fi, and I finally got tired enough with it and moved everything around and was still having it. And then it turns out, yeah, it was just my device. I dropped my phone one too many times, and there's some issue with it, so I need to get a new phone for my performance to get better. So super weird. But anyway, that was a nice little preamble, since we have a very late news show. I have been playing a lot of games. I finished and completed Wavetale since the last time we did a show, and my
Ladies and
god, that game.
gentlemen, he finished and completed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I finished, and then I was gonna go after all the achievements, but I didn't go after all the achievements. For Wavetale, what a fantastic title! Obviously, not a big budget, crazy huge AAA game, but these small little indie experiences are so great to find, and it's amazing that it was. I think this is a Stadia, partially Stadia funded one through their Makers program. I love that this game exists. It's a fantastic story. Talks about loss and family, and a bunch of other stuff, all wrapped up in this really cool engine with the wiggle animation, or jiggle animation, or whatever we called it last episode, for the face stuff, and then the movement through the environment is just so fluid, and just so much fun, actually, just to kind of jump and dive and float and go from island to island. What a fantastic title. The story kind of breaks down near the end, with a lot of like going from point A to point B, but point B is further than you've ever gone before, and you're doing that a lot of times. You
Okay.
can tell that they were like stretching for to expand the story a little bit, it seems like. But what a fantastic game, and I'm really glad I completed it. Between this and Young Souls, those are two Stadia timed exclusives that I played and completed, and there's some of my favorite memories of this year. And to the people out there that say, well, Stadia sucks because it doesn't have the Call of Duties and the Fortnites, well, check out Wavetale, check out Young Souls, check out other games that maybe are away from your comfort zone, and you may find some really amazing experiences. It doesn't have to be shooty bang bang stuff that you play. A lot of people can enjoy other types of gaming experiences. Wavetale launching right into Pro was one of those experiences for me.
Yeah, it's a very, very cool game. I need to get back to it. I feel like I look at my list and there's a billion things that I need to get back to. And that's the thing about these games is there's so many games out there that the backlog just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. Lloyd, I'm going to kill the stream real quick and bring it back on. And those of you who are listening to the podcast, I'll just edit this part out. If you're still here with us, stick around, but I'm dropping like half of the frames and people are saying that it's not so great. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be gone for just a few moments.
Maybe the bit rate's too high or something.
I just lowered the bit rate. Everything seems green now. We'll see if it is it still spinning?
Just started up.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm going to unpause the recording.
Okay.
And we are back. So sorry about that, everybody. And those of you who are here with us live, thank you for sticking through it. We lost about 60% of the people who are watching because of that little disaster. But hey, guess what? That's what happens when you do stuff live. All right, so you've been playing a bunch of Wavetale. I know that you've got a lot of other stuff in your list that you've been playing. I want to talk about Rayman because that's something we both have on our list.
Sure.
Have you played the other Rayman games?
I've played a bunch of them, yeah. I played Rayman Legends back on, I don't even know, was it the PlayStation 3, PS4, Wii U? I don't remember which system I played it on. Really, really enjoyed it. And this was one of the games, actually, that my daughter really enjoyed at a young age. And we played a little bit. It was one of those game rental things that I used to do back in the day when that was a thing. So I didn't own the game, but I had played a lot of it and then returned it. And she talked about it a bunch of times. And it was a game that I always meant to pick up and never did for whatever reason. Not to be a mean dad, but just it never entered my brain again. And then when it came to Stadia, I'm like, oh my God, she loved this game. So I picked it up and showed her. And she's like, oh, I remember that game. I remember playing that game a lot. I don't think she ever played it before, but I guess she watched me play it. So I set her up with a Stadia controller, and she played until the controller died. Essentially, she absolutely loves Rayman Legends. So that's the long answer to your short question, Bill. Yes, I played them in the past. Really do enjoy them, and I'm digging the Stadia version so far.
So I think the only Rayman game that I've ever played was on my iPhone. I think this was back when the App Store first came out, and it was like one of those first games that
auto runner type thing.
What's that?
I think it was the Rayman auto runner. So you're always like running right to left or left to right, and yeah.
That was all of the games on the iPhone at first. I really, really do not like this game. It's so slow. It feels like, I don't know. I feel like it's incredibly slow and you're running through molasses. And
really? Did you use the sprint button?
I think so. I haven't played that much of it. I think I did. It just felt really, really slow. And somebody said it like it's like Sonic, where you have to build up momentum and maintain that momentum by never stopping or something. And like I said, I haven't really had a chance I'm totally distracted, listeners, right now by the fact that everything is not working. So I'm not sure what's happening, but I cannot maintain. I'm just going to hide chat right now.
Okay.
Because I just can't figure out my thoughts while everybody's telling me that the stream is broken. I'm aware the stream is broken. I may shut the stream down. I'm just going to try and finish my thoughts for the recording part of it. The game feels really, really slow, and the idea where I have to like tickle the enemies with the Y button in order to get past them, that
Yeah.
stops me in my tracks while I'm doing it, and trying to do like spam the Y button in order to deal with those large enemies and then jump over the gaps with the A button, it seems kind of unwieldy. I don't like this game at all, but I know that there's a lot of people who love Rayman, and so for all of those people that love Rayman, I'm very happy for them.
Yeah, it is a game. It's very much geared to be a family game. So the early levels are very easy. You're running from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen, hitting the jump button every few seconds. Those are easy levels, and you have to find the little people and pick up the lums and all that stuff. The sprint button, by the way, is the right trigger, which is a really weird thing, but that's basically for when I play the games. For the most part, I'm holding it down the whole entire time as I'm running from left to right. Once you get a little bit further into the game and start unlocking some of the other worlds, that's when you get into some really intricate platforming. There's amazing boss battles. There's really fun music levels. There's a lot more to the game than, say, the first 5 levels. Those are kind of like, here, this is a platformer. Let me teach you what a platformer is, because it's geared at those types of players.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I've played, I don't know, maybe hour 15, hour 20, not a lot of it. My daughter has gotten like half the levels complete. It seems
Wow.
she's been playing this game like mad and just absolutely loves it. So yeah, it is a platformer. The levels get better, they get faster, they get more complex, there's more stuff to do. But it's very much like a Mario game where Mario 1-1 is super simple, but then when you play on like World 8, things are a little bit more difficult because of all the different enemies and Hammer Brothers and Buzzy Beetles and all those things getting in your way that you didn't see in the first levels. So I think Rayman is more like that type of game for you, which doesn't mean that you're going to like it eventually. It just means
Right.
that that's the way it was starting out.
Yeah, and I also don't like that I can't use the D-pad. That is very infuriating for
Yeah.
me, like forcing me to use the joystick for a platformer.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe there's a good reason for it. As I was running from left to right, I just felt like it was really, really slow. And like you said, that like holding down the run button the whole time is just kind of goofy. Like,
Mhm.
why not just make that the default? And then if I want to walk, and if you're gonna make me use the joystick, it's an analog joystick. If I want to walk slower, I can just push a little bit less on the
Yeah.
joystick. I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing more of it because I'm not giving up on it. I've just heard some really, really great things about it. And as
Right.
I play it, I'm like, it feels slow. And I want to play something that's just a little more fast paced. And maybe later on, that's going to be the case. But my initial reaction is, I feel like the game doesn't put its best foot forward, if that makes any sense.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I think the reason why there is a run button and it's not on by default is I believe all the levels can be completed without you sprinting. So I think the run is pro players, and the non-run is for like kind of newbie players or younger players. Maybe that's
Oh,
why
that
it
makes
was set up.
sense.
Maybe that's why it was set up that way. You can beat the levels without getting any of the dudes that are hidden in the levels. There's like 10 dudes in every level. You can beat all the levels without getting any of them. Obviously, you're not going to unlock levels if you do that, but it's designed in such a way that it allows all types of people to play it and all types of game styles. And the thing that they've added, like if you get at least, I think 450 lums in a level, it's 600 for gold trophy. So just before the gold trophy, you get this lucky scratch ticket. And then when you use the scratch ticket, sometimes you get little animals, and then you have a little animal place where all these animals are, and every day they poop out lums that you can go pick up, and then you can use those lums to unlock skins. Like there's just so many different ways to play this game that isn't, okay, beat every level to 100% and then you'll complete the game. So I really dig it. I really enjoy the game, but I could see where people have issues with it. It was very it was very new when this game came out. Like this type of super fast platformer with amazing animation was unseen and unheard of before Rayman Legends. But since Rayman Legends has come out in like 2013 or whenever, or 2011, whenever it first dropped, we've seen the Ori Will o' the Wisps, we've seen Celeste, we've seen a bunch of other games that have really, really good animation. So I don't think that's enough to hold it up anymore where it used to be. So a lot of people would play it just because the animation was so like groundbreaking. But nowadays, maybe that isn't holding people's attention like it used to. Maybe
That's definitely a possibility. I will say this, there's a lot of replayability in this game, and
Yep.
just looking at the levels, and how you can, like, I don't remember how many stars it is, but like 5-star level, but you don't have to 5-star level in order to move on. But I
Mhm.
can see somebody going back and playing all of the levels multiple times in order to unlock everything that there is in the game. So it's definitely a game where you can spend a lot of time on it.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely one of those games where you can slowly chip away at levels and have fun with it and do some of the, like, there's a daily challenge system that's built into it. So when it first unlocks, there's only one challenge level every day. But then after you level up a little bit, like you get I think it's like hype level, I think they call it. I can't remember what it's actually called. You get multiple daily challenges. Yeah, so there's like a lot of stuff that is going into this game to make it very accessible, but also have a lot of content and a lot of potential challenging content for people that want to do more in the game. But you can definitely tell that this game was made a while ago, and all of the additional content is now added in this game as well.
All right, I just stopped the or paused the recording. It
Okay.
is, my internet is all over the place, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kill the stream. And Lloyd, do you think that maybe you and I just finish the show offline and then post it to the regular thing? And I guess we won't have a video this week because of
That
all of the
works.
technical issues.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, because I can't fix this.
And it's too distracting seeing everybody talk about how the stream is down again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that.
Well, but not just that, but I don't, I think the solution is to reboot the computer, but I'm in middle of recording the show,
Right.
so I can't really do that. So I'm just going to kill the stream, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out, and real quick, thank you to Jay Dangle, Sukotronic, and Grand Noodle Light for their super chats and memberships. You guys are awesome. They probably can't hear me saying any of this,